Do the holidays steal time from your business and cause financial stress that spoils your time with friends and family? I'm going to help you save time so that you can keep your business growing and enjoy your time with your friends. Tip number one, this is about airline travel. Arrive early at the airport. You never know what's going to get in the way. You can have traffic jams. You can have trouble finding a parking place. Hey, and when you find a parking place, take a picture of where you parked. Once long ago, I wandered around for about 40 minutes trying to find my truck in a parking place where I'd left it the week before. Simply could not remember where I put it. Take pictures. Also, long security lines can slow you down. And if you get through real quick, you'll have time to rest and relax a little bit before the flight. Travel tip number two is use airline apps. Download them to your phone. You can keep track in real time of things like cancellations and delays, gate changes. It's no fun when the airplane comes to a gate that you're not waiting at. And you can be notified if your flight gets canceled. Also, download an app that has maps of the airports you'll use so you can find your way around. Travel tip number three is pack smart. Check your airline's limit on size for carry-on bags. Then wear your bulkiest stuff. If you're taking boots, wear them. If you're going someplace where you need a winter coat, even if you're leaving a warm place, wear it. Save that space in your carry-on. And then roll your clothes up or use vacuum bags. Suck all the air out of it. You can get more in and be able to take more with you when you go. Also, pack your devices and your liquids on top. If you have to open the bag, they'll be right there. You won't have to hunt. Travel tip number four is just really a simple thing. Bring an empty water bottle. If you have a used one, crush it, put the cap on so there's no air in it, carry it in. Once you get through security, refill it. Don't put yourself in a position to pay $4 or $5 for a bottle of water at the airport when you can fill it up at a drinking fountain. Some airports have filling stations where you can reload your water bottles. Travel tip number five, choose non-peak days. Never travel the day before a holiday or the day after. Those are always the busiest. They'll be the most confused because everybody does that. You might find it convenient to travel the day or two early or stay a day or two late. You can also, in some cases, travel the day of the holiday. Get up in the wee hours and get a first thing in the morning flight. Be where you're going before lunch and have the rest of the day for friends and family. And then on the way home, take a red eye. Go a late flight on the day of the holiday and get home in time for the next day. Those flights, the very early or the very late flights, aren't usually so congested. Travel tip number six is always have a backup plan. When you schedule your flight, research alternate flights or alternate routes. Sometimes you can take a flight that has a layover in a different city, just so you have a backup in case you're sitting in the airport and your flight gets canceled. Also, know your airline's rebooking policy. If you have to change airlines and go a different route, what kind of refunds can you get? And also have information about the hotels around the airport. A hotel, if you're going to have to stay overnight, is a whole lot more comfortable than staying in the airport. Just check out the area, the hotels around the area, just in case. Tip number 7 deals with security. There's a couple of ways to shortcut the security lines. You don't have to go through the scanner every time. You don't have to have your bag checked every time. You don't have to do a pat down every time. If you're flying strictly within the United States or primarily within the United States, TSA has a program called TSA PreCheck. It's not free. It costs $78 per person, but that's for 5 years. There's an enrollment process involved. There's an online application. And then you do an in-person interview where they take basically mug shots and your fingerprints so that you can be identified. And when you show that number going through security, they know who you are and they know you're okay. Some of the little benefits that you don't normally think of is when you're enrolled in TSA PreCheck, you can keep your shoes on and your belt and your jacket. You can leave your devices and liquids in your bag. And the security line that you do go through is shorter. Average time for PreCheck lines typically is around 5 minutes. An alternative, if you're entering the U.S., there's what they call global entry. It's $100 for a 5-year membership. The benefits are the same as PreCheck, much more convenient, much shorter lines. You have access to kiosks in the airport. You can do the check-in pretty much yourself. If you're coming in from the United States or from outside the United States, you don't have to do customs declaration forms. And at the kiosk, it's about a 1-minute wait to get through security. Again, the requirements for these are an online application for both, and then an in-person interview where they'll take your fingerprints and a photo. Children under 12 can travel with a member adult free. A bonus travel tip, how to pay for your travel. You can get a hotel, if you have a particular hotel that you like to stay in, get the hotel branded credit card. You can earn points toward free stays or upgraded rooms and free meals. Airline branded cards allow you to earn miles for your travel so you can earn free trips, maybe free extra bags, priority boarding, upgrades. Some of the cards have bonus points for new signups too, sometimes a bunch of bonus points. Bonus tip number 2 is use your phone. Find a suite of apps that allow you to save on pretty much everything you do. And that's going to include the things that aren't holiday planning involved. Extra cash back at the grocery store, savings on gasoline, discounts and extra points back, extra cash back when you eat out. When you do find these apps, make sure you've got the best online booking service you can find. I happen to know of such a suite of apps. Click here. There's a link in the description, or comment holiday to learn about the phone apps and make your holidays merrier.